everyone. This is Mia right over here. And while Hichi's showing the gameplays, I'm gonna be talking about which horror game deserves the Innovation Award. So we're gonna start off by every game in order. So let's start off with Piggy. I don't even know why Piggy is considered a horror game. Like, let's just be real. Who the fuck is scared by a pig with scary eyes and just a bat? I mean, sure. Sure, it does have nostalgia and all that. I even played it when I started my account. But does it really deserve the award? I would say no, because first of all, Piggy is not even a horror game. It's a survival game. You've just gotta survive and go through puzzles and that's it. Where's the horror part? I don't even know why Roblox picked Piggy to be a horror game. And plus, didn't it already get awards before? So I would suggest to let Piggy aside, but alas, heck, even Creek chose Piggy, because it's considered OG, but the problem here is that everyone's picking the games that are popular, not the ones that are focused on the horror part, which is pretty disappointing. But anyway, I don't even know why Piggy's even here, but I don't have any more words, so let's just move on to the next game, which is Doors. Now, Doors is an okay game. It's pretty okay. The graphics are good. The mechanics are interesting at first, but then what the? Okay, back to what I was saying. Doors, like I said, Doors has some good mechanics, but the more you play it, the more it gets more predictable. Meaning that you know where the monsters are gonna come, like what to do when they come. And it's basically the same mechanics. The thing that makes it different is the RNG, meaning that the rooms will be different. It's not repetitive, but the mechanics are still the same. So, and plus, Doors barely updates. The only time it updated was when April Fools came, and that's it. Doors barely updated. From what I heard is that the only reason why Doors is getting picked and the fact that it's literally leading as first place is because apparently L Splash released a trailer for something. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard in the Mimic server. But yeah, so Doors is an okay game, but I don't think that it needs an award, except for the Mimic. So, why does the Mimic deserve the award in this year? Well, there's a ton of reasons. The Mimic started like 3 years ago, and they went through a lot of improvements. Like, just look at the old designs and compare them to the new ones. It became more realistic and honestly more scarier. Well, except that the mechanics don't really focus on the horror part, but they focus more on action. And, let's talk about the books first. Book 1 was pretty much the first book that the Mimic started with, and the storyline is pretty basic. Sama controls people and curse your family, and you gotta defeat her, save your parents, and choose which ending you want to do. And that's basically it. And of course, Book 1 got a revamp, which honestly is pretty crappy and very shitty. Like, all they did was just redesign the characters and give a really bad boss fight at the end of chapter 4, and that's it. No new mechanics, just new designs, which is kind of odd. But we won't really focus on Book 1. But let's go over Book 2, which I'm pretty sure is the reason why the Mimic is really good. Book 1 has a pretty much complicated, more interesting storyline, and the mechanics are actually pretty better. Feeding 3 rats to a monster lady, lighting up candles, having an actual really good boss fight, except for the snake that literally threw up a fucking child. And, but yeah, you can check out the mechanics for yourself, but it's basically more interesting than Book 1, other than just going through mazes and finding a way out while avoiding the monster, which is pretty interesting. It still has that though, but it's just different. For example, the Grid Demon part, it's basically a maze, but instead of keys, you gotta light up a torch to literally kill the fucking monster. Die, bitch.
Wow.
Yeah. Ow, I bonked my head. Like I said, the designs are actually very pretty. Heck, Muck is really good at making some attractive monsters. Like, have you seen Yurei? Okay, I'm going off. Okay, let's get serious now. Book 1 is why did I say Book 1? Too many bloopers. Book 2 is pretty much carries the Mimic for having better quality and actually really playable and enjoyable. As for the game modes, well, they're just there. They're pretty much outdated and also need a little bit of touch. Pretty much like Book 1, needing a better revamp, except for Nightmare Circus. Nightmare Circus is okay. I haven't played that in a while. Another thing is that the Mimic actually rewards you for playing a game. For example, in Book 1, if you beat a Nightmare chapter, you will get a lantern, except for chapter 1 for some reason. As for Book 2, you actually get a lantern for fuck. Oh, I almost called John Dave. I don't know why.
Oh.
Yeah. In Book 2, you basically get lanterns for beating both normal mode and nightmare mode, which is pretty good. And also, there's a new feature where you get coins from beating nightmare, and you can actually buy some lanterns in the shop, which are pretty good. And yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, the game actually rewards you when you beat its games. And that's pretty much why the Mimic really needs some recognition. Like, come on. It's really disappointing to see that Piggy and Doors are going ahead of the Mimic, despite the Mimic having much better quality and content. Like, sure, the Mimic also has some flaws, but come on. The devs work their hands and feet to literally release a brand new chapter for their audience to enjoy, just for them to have their game in 3rd place? Come on. I really feel bad for them. So we should really make the devs proud. Like, give them some recognition and also show that they really put some effort into their game. So go and vote for the Mimic if you agree with me. If you don't, then it's up to you. I can't really change your opinion. I'm just trying to convince. Okay, now we're gonna go to the last game, which is interliminality. I don't know how to fucking pronounce that. It's so hard. But yeah, I don't really have any opinions on that game since, like Hichi said, I didn't play it. I was about to play with some friends, but I got a call and I couldn't really do it. But as seen from the gameplays, it's pretty much like a backrooms game, so really confusing mazes or maps and monsters who will basically stalk you. And that's pretty much it. And there's also levels, so yeah. Although the game really has some good graphics and it's pretty cool, but that's everything that is good about the game. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't even know why it got picked. So yeah, let's just pretend as if that game is not even there. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All I say is that the Mimic really put some effort, so just vote for it and let it become either in the top 2 at least, just in the top 2. I don't know why Piggy or Doors is ahead of it. I don't understand. So yeah, that's the thing. And so yeah, please vote the game that is actually based on horror. And the game that is based on horror among the 4 is the Mimic. Like, I get it that Piggy or Doors is nostalgic or something, blah, 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 and it's popular. But that's not the point of the voting. The point of the voting is which game is the most horrific, like which one is actually based on horror. Piggy isn't scary, like I said before, and Doors is basically repetitive, which doesn't make it scary anymore. The Mimic sure is repetitive, but at least it focuses on the horror. It's literally the domain and the main theme of the voting. So come on. All right, that's basically what I have to say.